bunch more of them to get rid of the bugs. That's a beauty though, isn't it? You don't usually get a chance to get a good look at them. That is a really nice animal. There you are. Ha ha! Oh, have I got one for you today. If I hold this thing steady, just got up from a nap. Oh man, it's hard. You're a little logy for a while. But this is it. Assetto Corsa Mod Manager. Mod Manager? Is that the name of it? No, some kind of manager. It's like a mod manager though. In fact, in many respects, it is a mod manager, but that ain't the name of it. What the hell is content manager? That's the job right there. Okay, I'm going to go in and see if we can go right to the desktop, record what I'm doing on the desktop nicely. I will mod a car. I wish you could tell me which one you wanted to see modded, but I'll do my best to figure one out for you. And I'll show you exactly how I do it and the steps about it and the whole deal and how we set up the thing for recording. So bear with me. Hey, if you would like to get into modding these things, I will show you how. I don't know that much, but I'm glad to share what I do know. I'm learning all the time. And you ever see some of the cars in the older videos, maybe a month or so ago, they seem to be hovering above the ground? Yeah, well, I know how to fix that. I was never taking into consideration the size of the wheels and the radius of the tires when I would just grab tires off of something else and whip them on there, and that's why they would hover. They, as far as the car thought, it was touching the ground, but as far as your eyeballs saw, friggin' things hovering like Goldschwinkter. You could see it a couple times in there, and I didn't know back then. I mean, I don't know what I don't know. None of us do. But I'm learning as I go, and wisdom is the principal thing, and with all you're getting, get understanding. These things are good, and so come on, enough monkey business. Let's go see if I can make this happen. Good morning, everybody. Well, you see the desktop, that's at 4K. Well, when I originally made this for you guys, that's what I left it at, and it was impossible to tell what I was doing. So this morning, I got up early, and I went back, and wait a minute, what the hell is going on here? That isn't the way it's supposed to look, is it? Yep, yeah, that is. Okay, well now we're at 1080p, and we should be able to see what's going on. That little alert got me this morning with the crap cleaner, which I booted. So we go into the operating system, see the Assetto Corsa car tuner. That's the little guy we're going to need, absolutely. So let's do a nice, and you should have that. It's a free mod, you can get it. Alex has the link to his on his site, and I've got it somewhere. But we want at least 2 instances of this because, as you can see, my desktop is now quite a bit smaller at 1080p than it was at 4K. So we get 2 instances, and we get rid of the original deal, and here we are. We've got 2 palettes to work with. Not quite as nice as the 4 palettes, but you couldn't see what I was trying to show you the other way. Everything was way too small. Let's go back and get that nice little 1964 Shelby Daytona, and we're going to get the one that came from, well, that nice little bunch of cars. Yeah, the AC Legends. There he is right there. See what a happy little kid he is? Let's pick the nice white one. We have a few choices. Yeah, 3. Blue, darker blue, and white. So let's choose white because it's the same one as what we had yesterday when we did the white weasel. Now we're just going to name this a little different. But, and of course this is going to be a different car. So the white weasel race is not going to be with this car, but it's going to be with the one that we originally worked on a couple days ago that you could never have read any of this nonsense. Is that weasel? That's weasel, but I think I spelled it wrong. Don't worry about it. These are incidentals that are really not of any big consequence unless you want people to think you're real smart. What we're doing now is we were going to hit that, but we have to create new tune.
See, the Racing Weasel jumps down into the select new tune column. Now we can move around and find what we're looking for. Basically, you could put whatever engine that you find in this list. That's a list of all the engines and all the cars you've got in Assetto Corsa. And you can have fun. You could put a Ferrari F50 engine on a lawnmower if you want to, but I'm not responsible for you sucking the dirt out of the ground. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Assetto Drive. They make wonderful, wonderful mods, and we're going to get the little Shelby Daytona from them, at least the motor out of it. We'll keep it the same. It's a nice little motor. It sounds good. It's a happy little guy. So we hit apply. Now we've got that engine in the car. But that's not the way we're going to leave it, obviously. You can, but it's not what we're trying to accomplish. So let's go on over, and we're going to come on down to the best turbochargers I've found so far. I mean, out of 500 cars, maybe there's better, but we're going to come up to the little URD Red Bull 2010 S1. That's the Stage 1 Red Bull. And that thing, if you've never driven it, is the best handling, fastest car you've ever experienced, and it probably ever will. I mean, once I mod these, they don't handle like this. Believe me, this thing handles beyond your wildest imagination. Although, we just want the turbochargers. So the reason I'm writing parts like this is because invariably sometimes you close it out without hitting delete tune on your parts car, and all those parts cars end up in your inventory, and you end up with a whole bunch of cars that are either parts missing or they're just the same car, and there's no reason to bloat out your machine like that. It's stupid. So that's why I write it big, so that when I go to select a car and I see that, I go, oh, that's the parts car, and I can delete it and no harm done. So let's come on down, and we're looking for the engine INI. See that? Now notice it's still highlighted in blue. Optimally, you should unhighlight that engine INI by simply clicking on your desktop anywhere. There it is. See that? We don't want the bottom part right now. That's the damaged part, because we're going to use more than one instance of these double turbos. So go ahead and hit Control V. Now select your other palette, go to Advanced Tuning, come on down here to where we have the engine INI. See it? Okay, starting at the top, remember, unhighlight. Very good. Right under the coast curve, which now you can actually see is a damage. We want to remove the damage because that is the spot where our new turbos are going. There's one instance of them coming up right now. Just a couple, there they are. Now shift back, give us a couple spaces, do another instance of it, shift back, couple spaces. Now you can put as many turbos as you're willing to monkey with. I don't know if there's a limit. I've had, I think, 8 or 9, or it seems ridiculous after a while. But now we're coming down and getting the last turbo plus the damage. Unhighlight, choose the other palette. That's a good spot to start where it's blinking. Go ahead and clack it. There we are. Now our damage, as you can see, is 18,000. That little car is never going to see 18,000, so you're going to have a happy engine. I smoked one the other day, an engine, and I'll tell you right now, it's a bummer when you get almost to the end of the race, the smoke's peeling out and it peters to the side. Okay, I know you can adjust that. Now we're putting little ones where those zeros go, so we're able to adjust these turbochargers on the fly while we're driving the car. If you start out with 100% all the time, that's just insanity, because you can't come off the line. You're burning rubber like mad, and you punch it even at 100, 200 miles an hour, you burn rubber and bite the dust. So you want to be able to dial the turbochargers in as you go from 0 to 10. Okay, now see, there we go. Everybody's happy, but they're all set at 5,000 RPMs. That's going to be great if we want killer mid-range, but we don't. We want top end as well. 11,000 for the bottom one, Here comes 9,000, I'm pretty sure. Yep, 9,000. There's a couple of fives. Well, let's go to the top and work our way down. Okay, there's the first one at 0. See him? 0. Come on down. Make him 2,500. I've gone down as low as 15, but the car starts jerking around and jumping, and it ain't happy at all. 25, it seems to be perfectly fine. And 2 instances of that will give you a real good, strong turbo on the bottom. It's enough to spin the car around and lose control, but you're going to try to avoid that. Okay, we've still got 2 instances of 5,000, so let's give her 2 of 9. There we go. Now we're going to have solid bottom, solid middle, solid near the top, and then a little kicker at the top to just in case we need that extra pull. I mean, nothing like having a car like yesterday. Well, we won't get into that. But now look, we come down from the top. There's the limiter, 79.50. Well, that's not going to be worth a shit. We want something that's going to turn 14,000 RPMs. So let's jack it up to 19,950. That way we shouldn't have to worry about that stuttering bastard causing us a lot of monkey business. The limiter, as far as the hertz go, it says 15. I've seen them as high as 30. I really don't understand that part yet. I have monkeyed with it in the past to my own demise, so we're leaving it alone. But as far as the idle speed, I don't want it sounding like a jet ready to take off at 1,200 RPMs. Let's go to 525, and that'll give it a low-B, nice V8 sound, and it doesn't seem to cause any trouble that I've found. Okay, we're pretty well done with the engine. Let's go ahead and, well, since we're so close to the flames, do we want to monkey with the flames? See, the intensity is 30. Well, let's go to 90 just to give us a little something to look at. And if you want real fireworks, let's pop a few zeros behind that 9. And we will, well, there you go. Now we're definitely, the bastards will be sweeping the road for us. Very nice. Okay, onward with the fog. Come on down now. What are you looking for, squirrel? The brakes. Okay, I understand that. See how these are kind of, they're wimpy ass brakes. They will work, yes, but they're not fabulous. Oh, the drive line. Yeah, well, it's only a 4-speed. See, I have to put the words in after the fact again because effing it did not pick up the fucking microphone. It's twice. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. Well, obviously, we're back to the tires now. I'm sorry for jumping around, guys. What we need to do is write down the width, the radius, and the rim radius. You can either write it down on a piece of paper or you can do it any way you want to do it, but we're going to need those numbers in a minute. We're going to replace these tires, which are perfectly fine, with a set that are one hell of a lot better. Perfectly fine is great, but one hell of a lot better is awesome when you really need it. So we're going to go back. I must have been telling you something here because he looks like he's gone to sleep. Come on, squirrel. Oh, I'm writing the friggin' numbers down. Okay, that's the deal. Sorry about that. It is a little tougher. Now look, see how I screwed up? I used the mouse wheel and I ended up here. It's because I never unhighlighted the tires. You gotta unhighlight that because you can end up with a serious problem. You put the tires in the other place and you're not gonna launch the car. You're gonna wish you hadn't monkeyed with it. Okay, there's the tire innie. We've got our stuff. We know where we are. We're looking at, we're getting the numbers off the rear tires now. See, they're slightly different. The 0.333 is different than what there was at the top. So it's important to write that down, and I'll show you why. Now let's go on over, starting at the top. We'll get our other pallet. There's engine innie. That would have screwed you up. You don't want an engine where the tires go. Tires. Now come on, unhighlight that like a good guy, good man. Now let's catch the entire thing right from the top. Highlight everything right to the bottom. Make sure you got the very last bit and hit Control C on a Windows computer. Come back here, see we're at the tires. Now we're going to highlight everything just like this and delete it. And yes, you're committed. So Control V will place the new stuff on there, but we need to go back and change those values. See, we start at the top. See, the top one is free. We're not worried about the width because that we're going to change in a minute anyway. The width of 0.35, yeah, that's great, but we ain't worried about that. This is what we're going to work on here. Our radius has now gone back to the right size. We're going to jack this up so they're a little wider. 440s are going to be a nice wide front tire. Now we didn't need to change the rim radius because it just happened to be the same. Now that usually doesn't take place. Usually you have to change that as well. But down at the bottom, as you notice, now we've got 340s instead of 333. So put the 33 in there. Now it's going to be happy. The car's not going to be hovering 2 inches above the ground and look like it's mysteriously scooting along through midair. Now let's really put some meats on the back because this isn't going to be four-wheel drive. Let's go to 840s. So we've got a double wide tire in the back. I mean, you won't see it. I wish you could, but you won't. Of course, the other nice part is it doesn't rub on the wheel wells either because it doesn't know they're there. But it does know the ground's there, praise God. Okay, we're done with this little kid. We can go down to we go back to basic tuning. We go down to delete the tune. See, it's gone. Hopefully it's not just transported itself right back to your car inventory, but it shouldn't have. Now, the best brakes I've found so far come from Assetto Drive. Again, I'm not kidding you, better than Kuno's. No offense to Kuno's, but these sons of bitches do not pull to the right or to the left. I'm sure there's adjustments that could be made that I don't know how to make, but these brakes pull straight and they work wonderfully. So let's go with what works. Again, we write parts in some huge friggin' name that we can see easily when we're looking through our inventory. Come on down up to the brakes this time. There it is, and see how nicely they're packaged together. And you'll notice that the torque is at 3,500. Well, it's a heavier car, bigger car, so it needs a little more whoop ass. Let's highlight these, Control C, grab the rascals. Okay, now get our other palette. We are at tires, which is not good. We want to come back to brakes. Happy brakes. Let's unhighlight that, please. And highlight this, delete it, put our new brakes in. Change the value. It was at 2,200. Well, I don't mind giving it a little extra. Give it 23. Because the car is going to be faster now, and just a little bit more brakes is good. If we wanted a cockpit adjustable handbrake, now's the time to place a 1. I've never used one. I used to like it in Gotham Racing, but right here we're going to leave it alone. Now here's our drive line. Now usually I would go to the Laguna Seca Mustang 650 and I would grab that transmission. But for the sake of trying to save a little bit of time, I don't see any reason why we can't take the transmission out of this Celine. It's got 6 gears forward and it's got 370s. Well, they would have been 373s. The shift window's at 1,000, which is good if you're using the stick shift and you're an old tiger like I am. The paddles, obviously, you don't need anywhere near that length of time. So Control C it again. We're going to grab the transmission out of this thing and put it in here. And notice there's a space between the driveline and where it starts. We can clean that up as well. Get rid of that, jump this up one shot, see? And then we're going to put our new one in. The clutch, as you can see at the top right here, although we're on the bottom, is 1,100. That we will smoke that clutch with ease with the amount of horsepower and torque we've just put into this engine. So we have to increase the maximum torque of the clutch. And it's really, I just go by guess and by golly. If I put too much, the car it gets a little jerky and hard to control. But if you put too little, you're going to smoke the bastard. So just kind of, you got to fiddle with it a little bit and dial it in as best you can as you'd go. So 4410, that should be plenty strong, but hopefully not so strong that it causes the back tires to chirp. It gets lurchy. So let's check and see what we've got. We're happy. We've got a nice 6-speed in it now. We look for the support shifter. If it has a 1, you're good to go. If you want to paddle shift it, hit a 0 where that little 1 is. These are things that I've learned as I've gone along. We almost closed the car out, and that would have been bad news. Let's go to, where are we now? Sounds. Okay, let's have a little more tire sound. Jump that up to a 9. It's not good to go beyond that, I wouldn't say. But a 9, you can hear the tires talking to you, and that's a good thing. Okay, now, I thought that I was done when I did this. I'm not going to monkey with that lower part. Go to basic tuning. Now we're going to hit apply. And we're going to find out that we made a mistake. See with the turbos, you don't see them in there, you hit that, apply. Come on, well, all right. Here's where you could have 4-wheel drive or front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. We're going to leave it at that. See that now our turbo values came in. We got it there, but we don't have it on the 3rd or 4th. You know why? Because we failed to number our turbochargers. Simple thing to catch now, but something we wouldn't have known why the car didn't work worth a shit later. Here's where, see, I highlighted the amount of fuel, 132 gallons. That's a lot of fuel. I mean, this was obviously meant for Daytona. That's a lot of fuel. So we don't need to monkey with that, but let's go to the engine innie, and you'll see the turbos start at 0, and then they go to 1, and then they go to 0 again. Well, that's sweet. You don't want that. Okay. Make this one a 2, obviously, following after 1. And we're going to go sequentially all the way up, in this instance, all the way to 6. Remember, it starts at 0, so we have 7 turbochargers. There we are. Number 4. Come on, Fuzzy. Number 5. See, I'm an old guy, man. I don't move that fast. And if I try to push the envelope of my brain, there's nothing but problems. And you're better off going at the speed that you can go at. We all learn at a different speed. We write at a different speed, speak at a different speed, learn at a different speed. But now watch what happens. Bink. Things change. Look at that. Our wastegate is missing. I hope the son of a bitch is going to work. So there we go. We're all ready to go at the very end. When we don't want to hit delete tune, we want to hit the red X. Bang-o, when we hit that son of a bitch, we got our car. Now we go back to basic tuning right here. And we do want to delete this one because all we did was snag parts. So that's it, guys. Basically, you got it. So I hope you've learned something. It's been a benefit to you. God bless you, and I'll talk to you as soon as I can. Bye now.